Hey guys, and welcome back to Sonic Advance 2, and today we're going to take on Sky Canyon. This stage is my least favorite of the stages up to this point, just because I hate stages with no floor. And being in the air, of course, with any Sonic game, you can fall. You can fall, and fall you will, on occasion if it's the first time, or even if it's your multiple times. I fall all the time on this stage. This is the perfect stage where you need the R trigger. If you do not know how to use the R trigger, you are pretty much screwed here. Because you could easily fall. I can't stress that enough, you can fall so easily. But the R trigger is something you don't want to mess up. It's easier when you're using a Game Boy because you have the portion of the thing, but if you're using like a GameCube player or something like that, you don't want to misclick and use the wrong one. It is easy to use the wrong R trigger move, and then you're royally screwed. Also, you might have seen the fans, the little fans that are blowing when you're running. If you want an extra boost, you can run into them. Just take a few seconds to run into them, and the more you run into them, you can get the top speed and clear the stages a lot quicker than you usually would if you weren't using it. Also, those little springs are pretty prevalent in this stage. The springs where you have the ones that are floating in the air. And there's a segment in this game that is devoted to them entirely as a stage. They're alright, I don't hate them, but it's whatever. Same thing with the little pinwheel. Sometimes the pinwheel, if you're not careful the way you go in, you'll mess up. It's usually not a big deal or a big problem, but you know, sometimes it happens. Anyways, the first act isn't too bad, I think. It's my opinion. The first act is pretty relatively easy. Now the second one, not my favorite act. Well, it's not hard per se, it's just easy to get stuck in one part and just die. And dying isn't that fun. I don't know. They just make it so easy for you to judge your distance. If you don't bring yourself in with your controls and keep controls as tight as possible on these stages, you'll mess up really bad. So I would advocate also using the R trigger on some of these places just to make it easier for you to jump and get to the place that you want to get to. Or else, you can mess up yourself. You also want to be careful on that block right there. Don't want to go too fast. If you go really fast, then you're really screwed over for getting crushed. It's not too big of a deal. It's easy to dodge it if you're just paying attention, but just as a warning, I've played it quite a few times and I still got messed up by that. Might just be me, that just sucked, but word of advice for everyone. Well, take it if you leave it if you take it. Take it and leave it. But the stage's music is really, really energetic. And really, if it's a Sonic theme, the Sky Canyon theme, it does not completely. I don't feel. I mean, it fits, but it doesn't. When I think of like sky places, I think of more lofty tracks with atmosphere and stuff. It's not a real game breaker or anything, because the soundtrack is still a great soundtrack for the game. But little nitpicks. And here we come to my least favorite boss also of this game so far. This boss is hard as anything. What you need to do is get free Knuckles. You gotta hit his area, hit him to destroy the whole machine. However, your obstacles are a hand, which has 3 alternating movements, a rotation, a small little quick slap, and then a whole big longer snap, and a laser that shoots pretty much, with just barely any warning, which is a line, it's hard to dodge. What you want to do is get rid of the laser, because to be honest, the laser will hurt you way more than the hand will if you're careful, because the laser can hit you from far away and it judges you based on your distance. Anyways, if you're not careful and you get too close to the hand, it can pretty much one shot kill you, because it will hit you pretty much continually, so you don't want to get too close while getting in contact. You usually can know he's about to do a move if he punches his hand in a fist, like so, which is going to strike really soon. You'd have pixel perfect jumps on this because you can easily miss Knuckles and or get stuck in the stage. I happen to really suck at this one, and it takes forever to just get in there and hit. So it's not just, there's probably people that can do it faster than I can, but it's just so hard to get in the distance of his hitting Knuckles without getting too close and hitting our friend right here. So I hit him all the time. I think I played this guy 5 times this playthrough, but I played him a million times where I had the game as a kid, and it was no cakewalk and it was no bit of fun. I remember getting stuck on this boss for a while. I didn't pass it maybe for 4 days, if I'm correct, if I remember well. It took me forever to get him. And you thought he was bad when he was just regular. He just snapped so fast. You probably have 10 seconds in between each hit. And usually he always hits when Knuckles is right in the perfect position to hit him in. And by the time you get over there, trying to anticipate his shots, it's already too late. So it can get really irritating, and they can just drag the battle on so long. At least for me, because I don't like to go in with this, I'm sure I'm gonna hit. But anyway, we defeated this boss. We defeat our friend Knuckles, who is quite charcoaled and quite angry, which I find funny. This is probably the funniest thing, because Sonic's just like, yeah, and Knuckles is like, you. We all know how he got there, though. He got duped again. Because if you know Knuckles, he's a gullible little Enchinda. That's just the way he is. Whatever, we're gonna keep rolling along. And when you unlock characters, well, all 3 of the characters, you get one of these cutscenes for each one of them. So they can play through Knuckles if you want to. But you start a new line. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
3, 2,